is Kevin Kusuma. I'm going to show you how to create an R Studio Cloud in case you have problem with operating R Studio and R on your computer, on your local computer. First thing what you need to do, you need to visit this rstudio.cloud and you'll get to this page. What you need to do, you need to click this get started for free, and after that you click this free. There are also some other options, but we're going to use free. We'll sign up and then just put your email here. In this case I want to use my BYU email. I have my BYUI email. Then I'm going to put my new password here. Then I'm going to put my first name, which is Kevin, and then Kusuma. I'm going to click sign up and verify your email. So I'm going to go to my email and click the verification link. After you click the link from your email that you received from our Studio Cloud, you're going to click this continue. It will take you to this environment, and what you want to do, you want to just create a new project, a new R Studio project. It will deploy the project. It will take a couple of seconds. Here's a project. You can name the project R project dash business management for 10. Gonna hit enter, and after that, here's the same setup as your R Studio on your computer. Here's the console, here's the environment, and this is the file. The next thing I want you to do is to go to my canvas, which is this in class activity 5b, and you want to download this file. Click download and then place it anywhere you want it to be. I'm going to put it in my desktop for easy access, and I'm going to go back to my R cloud, and I'm going to upload the R Markdown file into this environment by clicking this upload button, and then choose file, and I want the file called DOMO RSDKs template. Hit OK. It will be uploaded. I'm going to click that, and then here, if you not notice that there is a warning telling you that packages DevTools and tidyverse requires but are not installed. So what you want to do is to hit the install, but another way to do it, you can ignore this and then run it yourself on this line 12. But in this case, I want to make it easy. I'm going to hit install. Oh, actually, in this case, I just want to don't show again. I'm going to manually install it. But for you, you probably want to install it. You want to hit the install button, make it easy. But in this case, I want to go to my line 12, highlight it, and then hit command and return if you're on Mac. But if you're on Windows, you're going to do Control and Enter. It will run that line, which is going to download the package called DevTools, and on this bottom section you will see that R is working hard to pull that package. It will take some time because DevTools stands for Development Tools, contains a huge amount of codes inside it, so it will take some time to download, but most packages will not take that long. And you only need to install package once. You need to install a package once. After that, you don't need to install it again because it will live in your computer. But then for every session, when you start a new R session, you need to attach the package by running this library. So it's still working very hard to download all those. And it's done. How you know it's done is because there is a new sign here. The greater than sign means that it's done. Now I run line 12, right? Now I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to comment it out so that it doesn't get recognized as a code, so the R doesn't run it. I'm going to make it a bit bigger, and I'm going to run line 13. I'm attaching that file, and then the next thing I want is to run this file to download or to install the R DOMO package from GitHub. Going to highlight this part and then command return. It will also take a little bit of time because it's also quite a big package. And you can see that there is this red symbol on the right corner of the console. It's telling you if it's red, it means that it's not done yet. I mean, R is still running and it's not completed, but when this just appears, meaning that R is done. So it'll take some time. Okay, now after I'm done with this part, I'm going to comment this out, and I'm going to create a new line. I'm going to call this line library R DOMO. So I'm attaching the new package. I'm going to run that by clicking the command enter, and after that I want the tidyverse package. Install packages. It will install the tidyverse. Tidyverse package is a lot smaller, so it shouldn't take that long. It's not going to take as long as the DevTools or DOMO, but we'll see. Okay, it's done. Now I'm going to comment it out and then run line 19, and here is the result of that. I'm going to close it, have more space, and the next thing I want to do is DOMO authentication. What I want you to do is to go to this site, DOMO developer. I'm going to copy that, then click this part, and then go. And here for your part, you might actually let me log out because I already logged in. I'm going to log out. When you first go to this developer.domo.com, you'll see this login button here, and you will see this is the developer page of DOMO. You can click login, and it will ask you for your subdomain, which will be your for me it will be my first name, last name, and then learn DOMO, and that's all. So if it's your DOMO instance, it will be your first name, your last name, and your learn DOMO. I'm going to hit continue. It will take me to the same page, but right now the login button is gone. It's replaced by my account. Going to new client. When you get to the new client, you just need to input your name. In this case, I'm gonna put Christian Kusuma. I'm going to account. I'm going to click all these. I'm going to check all these boxes because I'm an admin, and then create. Okay, it already exists, so I'm going to change it. It's just because my name already exists. I'm going to change the name. Okay, and after that, what will happen is that DOMO will create a set of credentials called client ID right here, and the secret right here, and you will need these two to authenticate your R against DOMO. So I'm going to copy this whole string of client ID. I'm going to copy that and then go back to my RStudio, and in here I'm going to replace this line 28, enter your client ID with my client ID, and I'm going back to this page, to my secret, and then replace this secret with my secret. Now I'm going to run this line by clicking Command Enter. It will run, and when I run it, you see that I assign all these values into this my DOMO, and you will notice that on my environment now you see this my value, which contains my client ID and secret. The next thing I want to do, I'm going to call the my DOMO variable, which contains user list function. I'm going to, and after you check your connection if it works, so if you run this line and it gives you error, it means that you may not provide the correct secret or client ID or secret. You might, when you copy it, you might miss out one letter or one number. But it should, if it doesn't give you error, it means that your connection is correct. I'm going to comment this out because I don't need it anymore. Then the next thing I want to do is to pull data from DOMO, and in order to pull data from DOMO, I need to go to my DOMO, and then I can go to this part, go to my DOMO, and it will take me to my DOMO instance. If you notice this Christian Kusuma learn DOMO, it will take some time, and I'm going to go to my data. I'm going to search for revenue, and what I want is this revenue data, business management for 10. And look at the data really quick. I have date, region, state, product name, revenue, and cost. I have 500 rows. That's what I want. And in order to pull data from DOMO to R, you need to provide the R code with the specific ID of the data set. So every data set has its own ID, and here you can find the ID in the address bar on the link, and it should be placed between the data source and details. You don't need the slashers, you just need the alphanumeric between that. So I'm going to do it again. I forgot the F. Copy that. I'm going to my RStudio again, and I'm going to place that alphanumeric ID inside this line 38, and here I'm calling the my DOMO variable to call the function dsget, stands for dataset get from DOMO. I'm going to run that, and after I run that, I can run my line 39 to see the data inside my dataset. It will open up a new tab. You'll see the date, region, state, product name, revenue, cost. This is the same data as this one on your DOMO instance. So now I'm going to close that. I don't need line 39 anymore. I'm going to do a simple linear model. So I'm going to create a linear model by calling the LM function. I'm going to save the model inside this LM model. We're going to talk about linear model in the next class, but for now just run this line, and then you'll see the LM model is created here, and then you also have this prediction. I'm going to just run that as well, and then run line 50, and line 50 will create a new data frame, which you can also see the data frame over here. Prediction data set, predicted data set, predicted data set. I'm going to click. I'll open a new tab, and if you notice, now we have a new column called prediction. This is the column where we place the linear regression model prediction inside. Now I'm going to close this, going back to my R Markdown. Now what I want you to do is to push the predicted data set. Let me go back, sorry. You want to push this data set to DOMO. And how you do it, you call the my DOMO again, and now this time the function is ds_create, and you put the projected data set, which is coming from here, and then you put the name of the data set, which is predicted revenue. I'm going to run that. It will take a little bit. It will spit out a new data set ID. I'm going to copy that, and this new data set ID is the data set of the new data set that you just created. So if you go back to your DOMO and then you go to your data again, you will see that you'll have predicted revenue, and I have two here because I already created it before, but this is the newest data, so this is probably the one that I created just now. If I go to this part, you will notice that this line right here, BO2522F at the end, this is the same ID as the one here that DOMO speed up, that the R speed up. I'm going to copy that and then put it inside this. I'm going to tell you why, but I want to also comment this out, because if I don't comment this out, if you run this command again, it will create a new data set with the same exact name and the same exact contents, and you don't want that. It will be cluttery, right? So I comment it out so that I don't recreate a data set that I already created. And in this part, line 62 is where you actually update the data set. In case you create a new analysis, now you want to update the data set, this is what you will run. I'm going to comment this out as well because I don't need it. And the next thing I want is to actually save this by going to this, save it, and I'm going back to my DOMO. With this predicted revenue data, what I want to do is to create a new card. I'm going to open with, click analyzer, and then I'm going to popular chart, data science, scatter, and here I don't want the region, I want prediction on the x-axis, actually y-axis, and I want the revenue on the x-axis. Now you have this, or maybe let's do it the other way. I want the predictions on the x-axis, I want the revenue on the y-axis, on the y-axis. Looks like this. I'm going to save an actually no summary number, and then save and close. And notice that because you did not place this card on a specific dashboard, I will place it inside this overview. This is a general placeholder for any cards that don't belong to any dashboard, and this is the one that I just create. This one is the one that I just created. I'm going to open it again, and what I want you to do is to take a screenshot of this card and submit it to Canvas. I think there are two submissions that you need to do. The first one is the screenshot of the DOMO card, and the second thing that you need to upload to Canvas is the HTML file after you export your R Markdown file. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So go to your RStudio. This is the R Markdown file, and you want to knit it. Here's the knit button. I'm going to click that and then knit to HTML. Knit meaning you're going to export this. You can export it as HTML, PDF, or Word, but I want you to export it as HTML. I'm going to click the HTML. Now it's asking me, so you need to download or update a certain package. Would you like to install? I say yes, and then it will run really quick. Oh, actually install it, and you probably need to go back to knit again, and then knit to HTML. It may take some time for the, oh, there you go. We attempted to open external browser windows by action was prevented by your pop-up blocker. Okay, so my pop-up blocker blocked the file, so I'm going to cancel it. But for your part though, the HTML file might be opened on another tab up here, and then you can access the new HTML file that you just created by going to this file section in this part, and Now you see that there is this DOMO R SDK's template HTML, so you can click it and then take a look at it, view in a web browser. Right, this is the one that you need to submit, but here I forgot to put my name and also the date, so I'm going to go back to my R. I'm going to close that. I'm going to go back to my R. I'm going to delete this and go more, and then delete right here, to delete, and then I'm going to name this. I'm going to change the author name to be my name, Kevin Kusuma, and the current date, which is September 30th 2021, and then I'm going to save this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to knit it again. This time, since I already download the HTML or the R Markdown file on the R Markdown package, when I knit it, the HTML, it will not ask me again. So I'll run really quickly. It will actually open the file into a new tab. You see now it's my name, and you see the date. Right, I'm going to close that. Again, you can find the new file over here, and then if you now you need to download this to your computer and upload it to Canvas. So how you do that? I'm going to click this file and then do more, and then export. They're asking you, is this the name? I say yes. Download it, and they're asking you where to place it. I'm going to put it on my desktop. I'm going to save, and if you open it again, you'll see this same thing. And now this is the one that you need to upload the HTML file and the screenshot of your DOMO card to Canvas. Okay, and that's all. If you have any problem, let me know. I think our Cloud Studio might be better for some of you, those that computers are problematic. Other than that, have a good rest of your day. Thank you.